Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's Message of Hope. This marks the fifth message I will have given. So does that mean we're into our fifth week of the Coop Up? Has it been that long? I'm starting to go a little bit stir crazy. I miss the church and all of you. I miss seeing many of you throughout the week and all of you on a Sunday morning. I miss Margita's organ playing and Gail's violin. I miss looking up from the pulpit and seeing the AV team looking down on me. I miss the choir. I miss the singing. I miss coffee time downstairs after the service. I must admit I'm finding it hard at times to stay positive. My level of frustration is rising too. I know I'm getting more snappy and impatient at times. I'm also sick of the news on TV. How much can one person watch, really? On the news channels, every day it's more and more of the same old, just repackaged and regurgitated. There's little other news reported than about the pandemic. The only thing that changes are the number of cases of COVID-19 and the number of people who have died from it. I'm starting to resent the news. I'm tired of the repetition, the blame game, and the confusion around what to do next. The confusion around what the world will be like when this is all over. Still, like so many others, I suppose, I'm drawn to the news like a moth to a flame, to use a famous cliche. No one likes uncertainty. How will the world look after this is over? What will be our new normal when this is over? When will this be over? I wish I had answers for everyone, but I don't. I wish there was more I could do to reassure people and be reassured as well. But that's not the case, is it? Not now. All I can do at this point is hold out hope. Hope in a bright future beyond our knowing right now. Hope in a world to come that is better than the one we will have left behind. All I can do is hold out hope that is grounded in a power greater than ourselves. Call it God. Call it whatever you may. Call it a power or a force for life that permeates on one level the vast expanse of a universe, and on another, the microbiological realm of a single human body. Call it a force for life that can influence a nurse's hand and a doctor's heart. A power that can bring politicians and public health officials to speak truthfully, no matter how difficult the message. A power that can bring a daughter to a nursing home, to press her lips and her love to the glass that separates her from her elderly mother. Call it a power that brings you and I to love our neighbors enough to distance ourselves from them and not make them sick. The hope of which I speak is grounded in such a power. But let me be clear. The hope I'm talking about is not Pollyanna-like. It is not shall, nor it is drivel. The hope I hold out to you is realistic, and it finds its root in science, in practicality, and in caution. In practical terms, for example, we cannot hope for a big bang return to our prosperous economies, as President Trump would suggest. Such a move would be as irresponsible as it is dangerous. Any favorable downward trajectory of the pandemic curve that we might be experiencing at the time would immediately be reversed. Almost certainly the cases of infection would explode overnight. The number of deaths would surge and the strain on the healthcare system would resume. We would be right back where we started, perhaps even worse off. No, I tell you, re-engaging the economy will not be like flipping a light switch. There will be no short-term point when we can honestly claim, oh, it's over. If we do it right, it will be more like reaching different points of resolution or achievement over time. For example, there will come a time when we are controlling the spread, and we will celebrate that achievement. There will come a time when we will have the capacity to test for cases anytime, anywhere, and anyone, and we will celebrate that fact. We will need to open our economy as if using a valve, turning it ever so slowly, and all the while measuring the effect of the turn. At this point, we will only have been starting out on the path back to normalcy. We will need to add slowly, ever so slowly, to our list of quote-unquote essential industries that we are prepared to open. Businesses will need to be reopened slowly and strategically. We will need to have medical treatments on hand everywhere that we are opening these businesses, because the number of infections will rise. The challenge will be, can we treat the infections and control their spread? Eventually, we will have a vaccine. I'm confident of that. But when? Who knows? Once we do, everything will change for the better. Our confidence will return, and at least some measure of normalcy will have been realized. But the scientists say that that can be as long as 12 to 18 months away. So not only must our hope be steeped in realism, science, and caution, it must also be strong, capable of sustaining itself over a lengthy period of time. Our hope must be strong as we are strong. Remember this, we are tough, and we are smart. As Canadians, we are united on this score, and we are disciplined. We're in it together, no matter how long it takes. We are capable of staying the course because we know it's working, and will eventually get us to where we want to be. Most of all, we are loving, and we ground that love in our love for God and neighbor. As we painstakingly journey back to normalcy, it will be love, gratitude, and our connection to God and one another that is our strength. In fact, here's something you can do now to show your love and your connection to others. I challenge you. Go to the messaging app on your phone or your tablet. Scroll down 2 or 3 pages of recent messages and randomly select an entry. Then write to that person something along the lines, I was just thinking about you, and I wanted to make sure you're okay. Maybe you want to repeat the process until you have 5 or 6 messages. I'd be interested in learning how it goes for you. Well, folks, that's it for this week. I hope you do well over the days to come. I hope that you stay safe. I hope that you keep your love alive. For now, God bless and take care. Shalom.